Okay, so this is Cupcake, and Mike, go ahead and say something.
Hi, folks. Uh, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Kernan. Okay,
This is
I'm gonna
Kuro.
now I'm gonna check this here. 1 second. Okay, so this is Cupcake, and Mike, go ahead and say something.
Hi, folks. Uh, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Kernan. Okay,
This is
I'm gonna.
Kuro.
Okay, I think we have good audio.
Awesome. All right, so I'll give them the go ahead.
All right. Just turn off the stream so I don't have a constant echo.
Yeah, that could be learning. And looks like we're underway. Beautiful. All right, so yeah, if you couldn't catch it during the
No
stream
problem.
test, we have Cupcake Trap streaming, and
The glorious cupcake.
yeah, the glorious Cupcake, the god of all things factions.
You are too kind. Yeah, and so this is the second match of the tournament, correct? Or second match of the second day of the tournament between Demacia and Ionia. So I'll turn this over to Mike and Kuro, who will be casting today.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
hopefully I won't have issues this time.
Let's hope not. More bug splats, no more. Okay, so
Riot, please fix the new client so I can actually spectate shit.
exactly. Fix things, Riot. Fix things.
It's your funeral.
Alright, let's see. We have bans going out. They don't mean anything though, and unfortunately you can't really spell stuff anymore because they don't show the names. Very it's
Tragic.
sucks.
Tragic is what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we won't see Zon spell out ASS every game anymore. It's a lot of traditions going by the wayside.
If I must.
Oh, not gonna let Dark take Mordekaiser. They're probably worried Dark was gonna lock in Mordekaiser, even though he's not supposed to. So they had to like self-ban him just to be safe. Dark really likes Mordekaiser. Oh, not gonna let Dark. All right, so what changes are you expecting from Ionia after that really crushing loss in game one?
I'm expecting them to get good.
Get good, okay. Like any specific changes in like strategies or team comps?
They got Jin now, so I'm thinking they're gonna very focus on the pick.
Yeah, he does have a really good pick potential. He's got that super long range W that can help lock people up once they spot people out. So that would definitely help with picks. Demacia looking like they don't want to change anything. They're so far at least they're going with what works. Grabbing Lee Sin for the jungle, being more of a front line with him. That would definitely help them out because they suffered last game not having anyone to block Demacia, like wall to stop them from just jumping in on and destroying people. They're grabbing Jax. This is the first time I've seen Jax being picked by Ionia. They've had him for a few days now. I have not seen him at all, so that'll be interesting.
Hmm. Question
So
is, where is Jax going?
top, probably Kennen mid, and then Karma support. I mean, I would not imagine you want to send Jax mid against Lux. He'll just never be able to hit her ever. She'll just kite him for days.
Yeah.
So what's the Jax Poppy matchup like? You seen that before?
It's very strange because Jax dodge and stun doesn't really work well against Poppy because she just is more of an AD caster.
Right.
So Poppy like wins the matchup, except if Jax can like keep the trade going, in which case he will definitely win the battle.
Okay. So it's about trying to get quick trades versus trying to get extended battles. That's
Yes.
the difference in goals.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Jax wants to scale up as much as possible with his passive and possibly Furrow. Or he might have Warlords. As unconventional as that is on Jax, it is a possibility that he will get Warlords and just sustain like hell without even a Gunblade. And then he'll get Gunblade and be like getting like 30-ish% of his health every time he autos.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, trying to sustain through the lane, get to the point where you can scale and duel just about anybody, start the split push, try create a lot of low pressure and rotation possibilities for Ionia. Ionia is taking a double teleport comp. Both their mid and top lane have teleport for the summer spells, so they're really hoping they avoid the team fight of Demacia, focus on out rotating, getting picks, just trying to move around Demacia, not standing in front of them for Demacia to just jump on. Let's see. Now they have Karma and Jin bot lane. Good poke there. Jin's got some good poke. Karma has good poke. Not quite Varus levels of poke from Jin, just because he doesn't have the range that Varus would have. But he's still able to get a lot of poke. Hopefully they'll be able to survive the bottom lane a bit better. The last time it was pretty brutal. Just goes in, starts killing things.
Notably, Orly Anarchist has Exhaust instead of Ignite this time, so we'll be in more of a passive lane.
Last game, he did swap the Ignite for Exhaust at the last second.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you never connected, so you never saw that. And that's unfortunate.
I did connect, but I didn't see the summoners going off.
Oh yeah, the bug splat happened too early. Very unfortunate for you. Let's see though, mid lane we haven't talked about. So Lux grabbing Exhaust once again. No Ahri to deal with this time, but she does have Kennen. I think that's an easier matchup for her.
It's a much easier matchup. Kennen doesn't have the damage. If he can't put his Q on her, then he won't have the ability to either. Then he has two options to proc his passive. He either has to, as soon as he gets his passive from his W, he has to auto W and then E into her, or Lux has to be stupid enough that he can thread the needle with his Q.
Yeah, so it's very hard for him to get the trade-off he wants. If he can't get that stun, Lux will be easily able to just light bind him, hit him with an auto attack, throw the E, hit him with another auto attack, keep rocking that passive, get a lot of damage down. He'll never get in range to do much. So, but team comp wise, while the lane is not as favorable, team comp wise, that is a good choice, I think. The Kennen does help with, stopping Demacia from diving. They dive in, Kennen can pop ult, block them up, help free up the carries. So,
unless Jarvan ults the carries, in which case,
well,
fucking luck.
It helps them in that, Jarvan isn't able to attack them while they're stuck in the Cataclysm. They don't have to worry about Jarvan killing them. So it's not, the Jarvan Cataclysm is an advantage that can help counter the Kennen a little bit, but he can still, make a little dent in it.
Yeah.
So it's a team comp pick, not a lane pick. Hopefully, they're just hoping that he can decently lane, not fall behind. Okay, we're getting into the loading screen, and we know it's coming, folks, so Kuro, take it away.
I need to wait until the skins are up.
Oh, you can't see the skins?
I can't do it on a black screen.
Oh, we're gaining, or at least I'm gaining.
I'm still on black screen at the moment.
Alright, well...
Oh, well, now the borders are showing up.
Oh boy, yeah. Anticipation is building. Kuro's favorite part of the stream is about to happen. Come on. You missed your cue. What's your cue?
It's time for the skin intimidation!
That's right.
The problem is that I'm actually my computer's being kind of slow at the moment.
Okay.
Maybe if I turn off OBS because I'm not actually streaming, it'll be a little bit faster.
Yeah, that might help. Alright, well, we're seeing a lot of skins this game. 4 on each team. We got... Oh no, only 3 on Ionia, actually. I thought Karma has skin, but no, that's just Karma. So yeah, we're looking at Jaximus, SKT T1 Lee Sin, and Arctic Ops Kennen. And they're facing off against an Arclight Vayne, Battle Regala, Poppy, and Project Leona, Star Guardian Lux. I have to say, Demacia has a lot of skins, and they're all like some really good ones too. So I have to give this round of the skin wars to Demacia. But I will say that I do like the Jackson skin. I feel like that's an underused skin. It's a pretty...
If I didn't already have SKT1 and Jax, I would probably get Jaximus, honestly.
Yeah.
Here's to you, kid.
Yeah. And so yeah, we're going in the game, it looks like. Everyone's loaded, so here we go. About to see the fighting start. Ionia looking for blood, looking for revenge after that horrible defeat of Game 1. They're looking for revenge. Alright, so we talked about mid and top, bot lane a bit, so let's talk about the jungles before we run out of time. So Lee Sin versus Jarvan. Obviously, I think it's pretty clear Jarvan is going to bring more team fight power, just longer engage, and got much more lockdown. But Lee Sin should have some pretty strong early game potential. Maybe he can try to slow down the Demacia early game and prevent them from snowballing. He just has to make sure he gets a lot of early pressure because Lee Sin does fall off late game. Invade from Demacia. Jax does not see them. They're going to get behind him. No one actually sees anyone yet. No one has seen the Jax. Jax has not seen them. But now they're going to see the Jarvan and the Jax run into each other, trying to cut Jax off. And Lux starting the
That's probably going to be first one, let's be real. Oh, yeah. Good flash.
Rust, nicely handled. That might be a different story had Lux grabbed her light binding instead of her Lucian Singularity, because then she could have locked Jax up and held him there. But she got her in and she didn't even land it either, so yeah. Jax got away. But let's see, so that was a flash by Leona for a flash by Jax. However, it does mean Jax is going to get to lane late. He's going to miss a little bit of experience in CS, giving Poppy the early level 2. And that could be the difference that shuts Jax down and won't let him kill, because Poppy could just start bullying him. It could be that he does fine, but it's the possibility is there now. Lane's going in, they're whacking at the CS. Poppy trying to do a quick trade, gets a little bit of Q damage. Jax burning his dodge. Goes in for a couple auto attacks. Poppy
doesn't work out.
Better end of it.
Yeah, unless Jax is capable of getting the auto attacks on minions, then Poppy definitely has spare sustain with the corrupting potion. And it's going to be the early level 2 flag and drag. There's the flash from Caden. He will survive, but that is flash down.
Yeah, that's a successful gank. A lot of times, people, especially in lower tiers, don't think a gank's successful unless they get killed, but that was a successful gank. Jarvan burnt a flash. Ionia's going to have to play much more cautiously, or they're going to be easy pickings for another gank later on.
That later gank may actually be now.
With that empowered auto attack, but they quickly just focus her down.
Oh, nice! First blood, but here comes Rextra.
Can they get the kill? Caden is very low, but he gets under tower, and a lot of damage going on to Jarvan. Caden has the empowered fourth auto. Leona tower diving! Oh, the misplays could cost Demacia dearly. They just barely get out with any help.
Well played by Ionia. And that is a good trade top. That is a good trade. That's what you want.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lee Sin ganking mid lane. Lux very low, burning the exhaust, flashing.
Both of
Sin
them
flashing.
flash.
Jarvan with the flag and drag. The cannon coming in to save his buddy, giving him something to hop to. Oh. So many people.
Teamwork award goes to...
Kenny for
Yeah.
saving his buddy.
Yeah, I was trying to make it like kind of sound suspenseful.
Oh. I messed it up, dang it.
Don't worry about it too much.
No, I have to worry about it. It's my job. So yeah, Poppy trying to get some CS. You know, Jax did drop down into the jungle, run into Jarvan. Poppy, like, it looks like she was just making up some CS behind. She didn't get any lead on him.
Yeah, it looks like Jack is winning this lane so far.
Yeah, she does have a corrupting potion still, so she could, you know, try go for a trade and then heal up afterwards.
The problem is that Ruska does have the Doran start. So
yeah,
like
once she runs out of those corrupting potions, Jax is going to out-sustain her. So she needs to, like, you know, get the best she can out of that potion. She needs to make use of it, but then once she uses it, you know, just be aware that Jax is going to out-sustain her. So she needs to either win that trade pretty definitively, or...
I do want to make a small note of that play by Jax when Poppy queued and then he like walked backwards. I think she should have actually walked higher up so still get the stun and then an auto. But I don't main Jax, so don't quote me on whether that's good or not. But like, just
Leona engaging EQ. Karma taking a lot of damage, but Jin is getting free reign to attack the Vayne. Vayne's running Karma.
Oh, that is going to be the kill. Good job by Karma and by Jin to completely ignore Leona, which under normal circumstances is a terrible idea, but in this situation was definitely the right call.
Yeah, so basically how these fights seem to be going is, well, that fight, that fight in bottom. Oh wait, Kennen. Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be the stun.
The ult will get the stun. Lee Sin tower dive, and Kennen gets the kill with an auto attack.
Wow, great. I would never have expected that, but that was a great play by Slim Shady and Dark Omega.
Yep, nicely done. So as I was saying, like, the bot lane fight, you know, it's looking like they're focusing the Karma, but that just leaves Jin, you know, he's reap out all the damage he wants, goes on to Vayne, and, you know, he's going to out DPS the Vayne early game, just because Vayne wants to scale. She, like, her early game power is being able to get a condemn off, but she's not putting, you know, that condemn combo onto Jin, so he's going to be able to just put out way more damage, especially when, you know, he's got that fourth auto attack to get a lot of hurt onto Vayne. And so yeah, that's Demacia's problem in the bottom lane. They're not focusing the right person.
I want to note that the Jax has Vampiric. Even if Duck has a chainmail, Jax will definitely start out sustaining.
So he pops the ult and Poppy runs away. So that's his ult down. Unfortunate for him for that his ult is burnt. But he does win the trade very handedly, going after Poppy.
And he is going super aggressive. He knows he can fight Poppy.
Going in, but now he has
now sustain. Nice!
Yeah.
Nice! That is going to be the kill.
Yeah, so Duck there looking like he really wanted to try and get something in that trade because Jax just went in and put a lot of damage. He wanted, so he got a little bit of damage in that trade, but he went in after they disengaged, but you know, that was enough time for Jax's E to come off cooldown.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And meanwhile, Ionia is destroying those control wards, establishing that Demacia has no control over this game.
Yeah, that's the opposite of last game. Demacia had all of the vision control, and so in this game, Ionia's going, alright, we need the vision control.
Oh! Nice ward hop. Nice ward hop.
Hopping to the ward before the condemned hit. So instead of condemning into wall, he condemned into safety.
Yeah.
Oh, the flashing
nice.
Q! Oh, that is
Nice.
Jarvan. That is what Jarvan does. Just a ridiculous engagement range.
That also has been like 3 control wards in 2 minutes.
Yep. So bot lane not looking good for Demacia. Mid lane way behind in CS. Top lane not looking so hot either. Yeah,
He now
Demacia-
has a Cutlass. So he's definitely going for that Gunblade, early Gunblade, because he knows he cannot sustain. So he's
Or
just
could be
rubbing it
a,
in.
Blade of the Ruin King.
Either way, it's going to be a sustain item.
Yeah. It's yeah, so Demacia's been for most of the arc and most of the games we see, Demacia just, controls the early game and goes crazy.
Oh, nice.
Poppy! Oh yeah, so
That is
Poppy
going to be the kill on Poppy.
tried to use her ult to disengage, but he got his E off while in the air and Poppy did not get out of range in time, so she still got stunned. Ult
Yep.
canceled out. So, Demacia has been winning their games by getting early game leads and snowballing off of those. That's not going to happen this game. And, Ionia has some good late game when they got that.
Oh, the recall interrupted.
Nice done. Nicely done by the Lux. So this is.
Although
looking
I
very
would
bad for Demacia.
say it's more of a fault of the Kennen for recalling in plain sight. Never a
Yeah.
good idea. Even if you can't stop the recall, you can still whack them a couple of times. Which could potentially mean the difference between getting that kill and them escaping with like a sliver of health.
Exactly. So,
Although there are some pretty cool plays you can get when you teleport in the right location.
Indeed. Yeah. Demacia, they're gonna have to do something here. They're gonna need a lot from their Jarvan if they're gonna come out of this early game slump. They, because they're losing every single lane.
Yep. Which is
So-
quite the turnaround from most of the games. Sorry.
Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, Demacia always snowballs off an early lead. They don't have that. So, like, their path to victory is totally different. Oh, Lux!
Oh wow.
Tower.
That was really good flash. And both of those two are stunned, while Ruska... Oh, there's the engagement cannon! And there's a lot of damage! Managed to kill Rextrap. There's the ult from Lux, only hits Lee Sin, and even then, not by much.
Well, Poppy's
And
going
that's going
a
to be
little
dead Poppy.
too aggressive.
Double kill.
Gets the kill. She
Leaves-
needs to cut out the cannon, though. Can she do it? She's gonna knock him. Nice use of the blasting plant. Is that what it's called? Blasting plant?
Yes, blasting plant.
Alright. Oh man, gets the double stun with the ult. They're focusing the Karma because she's the safer target, but that does mean Jhin is free to do whatever he wants. A lot of damage coming from that Jhin ult. Popping the exhaust up to try stop it. Using the heal to save Leona. Karma putting a lot of damage onto Vayne with her empowered Q. Oh boy.
That will be the heal from, I believe, both bot. No, only Vayne. I thought Kaden healed, but nope. Kaden both has both summoners.
Yeah, both supports have no summoners. Let's see though.
Vayne has flash, but Jhin has both of the summoners.
So I'm thinking what Demacia needs right now is they need a good gank bot lane. They need to send Jarvan and maybe Lux as well. Get the double kill and grab that dragon. That's going to be the thing that gets them the momentum. They need to come out of this early game deficit. That's what they need to do.
And we're going to see Lux coming in,
Oh, nice
but
Q from
that is
Karma.
the Q slow and damage that's needed to keep the Lux away.
Yeah.
An
Lux,
empowered Q a day keeps the ganking away, apparently.
yeah, Lux has to just run into the lane because she knew Kennen was coming down, going to cut her off, and going into the jungle. She didn't know this, but quite likely, and it was the case, that Lee Sin would kill her if she went into the jungle. So she has to go into the lane. She's going to be really late game back to mid lane for farm. Lee Sin try and get this Jarvan, ults him, hoping it'll be enough damage to kill him, but nope, it just gets to safety. Kennen gets out of the
Oh, that was a
Gets
nice...
the Vayne, wow.
That was a nice use of belt. That was an excellent use of belt. Get right out of the Lux ultimate.
Oh, but no ult. She used her ult and is not going to be able to finish off Karma.
Yeah, Lux didn't expect. Oh. Well, that was a misplay, but whatever.
Extra
Lux is.
mobility that belt gives should not be underestimated. Jax has the ult up. Poppy can't do much damage to him. Gonna have to run under a tower. Could have picked up the shield, but didn't. Oh, that shield would have given her the kill and get out alive, but she didn't pick up. Probably thought she did. Thought she was on top of it, and Jax just killed her.
And wow, look at Jax sustaining.
Yeah. So, Jax looking like he's not going to upgrade that Bilgewater Cutlass because he's not grabbing any items that go into either the Hextech Gunblade or Blade the Ruin King.
Please tell me that is going to be the fresh Frozen Mallet. Please tell me it's going to be the Frozen Mallet.
That would be an interesting choice. Lux trying to go on the Kennen and set up Leona for the gank, but he gets out of everything. So yeah, Ionia looking very, very good.
Oh, we're going to see Trinity Force first.
Trinity Force, there it is. Yeah, grabbing the Phage, grabbing the Sheen. That will be a lot of burst, a lot of damage. Jack's going to be a monster. He's already gotten the first tower in top lane. Poppy is going to be very hard pressed to do much for most of the game.
Oh wow, the Flagon Drive just barely failed. There's the stun though,
That would be a
and
deadly sin. Alright, so they got the pick off the Lee Sin. They know they need to make something happen off this. They are too far behind to not take advantage of this. The
problem...
Nice Flagon Dragon into ult. Jhin got flash out, so they got the Jhin flash. They're really hoping to grab a kill there. So...
the problem is that we're going to see a pause. They're looking at Dragon, but the thing is, they should have gone for Dragon immediately after killing Lee Sin.
Yeah, so what they were hoping to do, I think, was they had the kill on Lee Sin, we're going to kill Jhin, and then get Dragon. That way we can get 2 kills plus Dragon. But then they didn't get that second kill, and now, yeah, Lee Sin's respawning. Grabbing Dragon is risky, because Ionia can contest it.
Well, like, it's more of a risk now, especially because they know that you're at Dragon, because you ran away in that direction. We know you're there. Whereas if you went straight for Dragon, then you wouldn't really know. You could be ganking bot lane, or you could be ganking Dragon, but like it's not pretty obvious just at a glance which one.
Yeah. Now, Ionia did have that ward. As far as Demacia knew, that was the situation. But Ionia would have seen the Dragon anyways because they had that ward in the pit.
Like, the thing is, they wouldn't have been able to respond because Lee Sin would still be dead.
Exactly. So yeah, it was still, you know, I mean, they were going for the bigger play. They were going, okay, let's get 2 kills plus Dragon versus 1 kill at Dragon. They were trying to get the biggest play possible, but ultimately they get the small play.
Yep.
Oh, Jhin missing the stun. Jarvan
He's trying to go aggressive, but I don't think at this health value he should be going aggressive.
Yeah. We do see the very early Aegis of the Legion coming out from J4. I'm not sure if that's the best item. I mean, that feels like that really should be something to just let Leona get, and Jarvan to get some health and other stats that he really needs to stay alive.
Or maybe Righteous Glory?
And there's a lot of stuff, yeah, Jarvan needs that he's not going to get because he's got that item. Missing the Jhin, Kennen will finish him off. Lux with the ult, yeah, Jhin just can't survive. Lux has the burst. Here comes Lee Sin, going to flash out the Q. She'll survive. Demacia making some early moves and giving them
There's the flash.
They're in trouble
There's
now.
the engage, but
Kennen
it's not going to be
using
enough
the
for Kennen.
Oh boy, it's so freaking oh man. Just chaos. Kennen goes in, gets Lux really low. Leona, you know, is like, I'm going to save my teammate. Stuns up the Ken. Lux gets away, but dies to save her ally, and Demacia has to recall, and they get tower. Nice job. Demacia made the early pressure there. They were focusing that mid lane, trying to siege it down or get a pick. They had the right idea, but they kind of just overcommitted, got greedy, stayed too long. and set Ionia up to get a kill plus a tower. Now they're trying to grab a dragon on top of it. They run into the Jax. He's going to scare them off, and that should buy Ionia enough time to get this dragon before Demacia can contest it. Here comes the J4. He's looking, not going to get there. That will be the dragon. And now, oh, Demacia in a bad spot. They have their backline exposed, but they do catch out the Karma. And yeah, Ionia, instead of grouping up to engage on that backline, split up. And that means...
Now that's going to be 2 kills for a dragon. Earth dragon, I should note.
Oh,
Ruska's in there,
but
but...
the hop! Jax has the hops. He's a grasshopper.
Yeah, this team comp is just great at... Oh, my teammate's nearby. I'm out of here.
Yeah, Lee Sin and Jax, great at it. So, Ionia at just over a 5k gold lead, but Demacia is, you know, trying to make plays. They're not trying to just farm a lane stagnant or just play reactive. They're trying to make plays. So Ionia's in the lead, but Demacia is doing the right thing to do when you're behind. He's trying to look for plays where Ionia's not prepared. So Ionia's in control, but they just got, you know, make sure they keep an eye on what Demacia is doing.
Yeah.
Now Lux is 5-1 and 2. She doesn't have the best CS though. Still, she's their best bet in winning fights. They need to keep her alive. Ionia's going to want to focus her. And then what Demacia needs to look out for is obviously this Kennen. He's going to be a big threat. He can, you know, with this lead and Kennen's teamfight potential, Demacia's not going to want a teamfight, which is their biggest strength. So that's, you know, not good news for Demacia. And then they also got to worry about the split push from Jax. So they got a lot to worry about. So Ionia probably just wants to set the split push with Jax and then push, you know, another lane with the other 4 people. And if Demacia engages, use the Kennen ult and the Jax teleport to get into the fight and, you know, turn it against Demacia.
Yeah, I think Jax should actually be smart to get T-Mat so he can split push far more efficiently at this point.
You know, yeah, that is something that would let him split push. It's not like the best stat item. Usually Jax likes getting like a lot of stats, but yeah, that would make him his split push really hard to deal with. He's already creating a lot of trouble. Like they're pinging that tower. They know Jax can take it. They don't go to have someone defend it. Poppy's going to go up there, and we're seeing some poke back and forth in mid lane. Lux in a lot of trouble. She gets picked off, shuts down gold. And Demacia is in a lot of trouble. That's their main carry, and she's dead. Yoda
here's Ruska going in from the back, and that's going to be a kill for Ruska, too.
Yeah. It's, yeah, Demacia, they have to go to this tower. They cannot defend this tower. They'd just be getting up kills. They need to back off. And, yeah,
Jax is going in super aggressive.
He's going to do this. They're popping the ultimate. They're trapped inside the Kennen ultimate now, and they are just going to clean this up. That's an ace for Ionia.
That is literally the meme, Jarvan, I'm helping. That is literally.
I'm Jarvan, I'm helping. Trapping everyone inside the Kennen. Nice Lux snipe, taking out the Jhin at absolute max range. Try and get the Lee Sin. Oh, just barely missing the Leona E. He will get away alive. Baron is live. Ionia not in the position to go for it though. They're
too low health. Maybe a bad idea. Jax will get red buff though before he backs.
So, good news for Demacia. Jax never got the Rift Herald, and that Rift Herald is off the map. So they don't have to worry about that making Jax even more of a problem. But
looks like Jax is actually going to kill all these minions first.
Okay, so Demacia, they're down 9.3k gold. It's at the very fringe of the point where you want to just play reactively versus trying to make a play where you get an advantageous fight. It's at the very fringe, so yeah. What can Demacia do if they do make a play? Not a whole lot. That's the problem here. Like, their best bet would be try to out-rotate, but Ionia's got all the global power. They got the split-pushing Jax with 2 teleports between Jax and Kennen. So yeah, they can't... Like, they really need to out-rotate Ionia and grab, like, a quick tower, but that's not going to be very likely. So I feel
Jax
like...
now has Gunblade, Merc Treads and Trinity Force. He is a very scary force whenever he fights anyone, because you can't effectively stun him for very long. You can't try and not sustain him because he will definitely not sustain you. Oh! There is
It
the...
almost kills him, but he flashes out. Leona there trying to save him. He gets out with a flash, but then Lee Sin goes in. Karma locks him up. Oh, Vayne going for the assassination attempt. Going to take out the Jin. Kennen gets away due to his proto belt. She's going to back away safely. They trade 1-for-1. Oh, Lux in trouble! Lux in trouble! She goes down! Oh, yes, I'm getting excited here. This is action. And this
You
is
want blood! There's going to be the stuns, but they won't last very long against
dead
Jax.
Vayne. Dead Leona. Oh, Poppy trying to save the Leona. Not going to happen now. She's in trouble. She's going to try and hide under tower. Try to get Jax to just absorb a ton of tower shots. He will get out safely, though, and Ionia decides to back off. And so that was actually, the Leona and Vayne going down. That's actually, was good for Demacia because, yeah, they gave up some kills, but Ionia was right at their exposed inhibitor and didn't take it. They just started chasing kills. So they gave up a little bit of gold, but they held on to their inhibitor. So Demacia very lucky that that situation didn't go even worse.
Yeah. They are going... Ionia is going to go for a second Earth Dragon, and they're going to get uncontested.
Yeah, another
Which is
mount
terrible
break.
for Demacia, because, hey, Earth
Yeah.
Drakes are very good at taking objectives, and you've got an open one right there.
Yeah, like Demacia really needs to depend on like using their towers to like try to like get Ionia to do some failed tower dives, but they can just push down towers that easily. It's that makes it that much harder for Demacia to do stuff.
I'm going to say the only truly successful thing I've seen at this point is that this Jax is not split pushing, so Demacia at least has that going for them.
Yeah, they've been able to create enough pressure where Jax can't just go top. Like, they need the full 5 people, they feel. And so they're like, okay, Jax, come down and help us. But, that it's still, like, they're just limiting the damage that Ionia is doing. But Ionia is still doing the damage and still winning.
Yeah. Doesn't help that Jax has 0 deaths.
That would be some nice shutdown gold if they do ever kill him. That could help make up some of this gap they're in. Lux really wants to try steal that, but no.
But she didn't try. She didn't act fast enough.
Oh boy, the Jin ult. Jarvan, he wants to assassinate the Jin, and he's now going to get
No, I think he was just
killed
trying
for-
to. I think he was just trying to interrupt the ultimate, but he still gets killed.
Yeah. Demacia really is just going to have to invest in vision. Jax is split pushing bot while all this happens. He's going to grab that tower. I doubt Poppy will get there in time to save it.
No, Jax is just going to destroy it completely.
Yeah. So again, they get the kill and the tower. Ionia out rotating, getting good split push. They're going to get this inhibitor. It'd be a miracle if Demacia holds onto it. Lux in trouble. She could easily die here. And yep. Oh, the Zhonya's at a bad time. That was her chance to escape with the Vayne then, but she's Zhonya's and couldn't move. They try to take out the Kennen. He's Zhonya's. They're in danger if they stick around try to take him. They will finish him off. Jarvan going in. They're just going to get cleaned up, though. This could be the end of the game. Ionia could end off this.
The problem is that Vayne is too good as an assassin. They can't fight her, so they won't be able to end the game off of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, almost had the chance to end it there, but yeah, Vayne is creating just
Oh,
enough
wait,
pressure.
no, they're going-
And oh
they're
my
going
god,
hard.
Jin wants the kill. They will get the Poppy. So they won't end the game off that, but they will get a lot of gold from those kills and
And the inhibitor.
Yeah.
Problem is that Vayne did manage to get the Lee Sin kill, so that's going to be a full shutdown.
They need that shutdown gold, but still the gold lead is about 12k in favor of Ionia. It's
Yeah.
It's that bounty gold. It's kind of too little, too late.
Yeah, that's fair. Demacia needs to look at this Baron, but at the same time, Kennen is in the area. He's like, this might be something we need to keep track of.
I don't think Demacia has the damage where they could rush a Baron before Ionia could contest it. They don't have the ability to kill it fast enough. So Baron's
They might
not
be able to
really
kill
enough.
Kennen if he's not wise here.
Oh, the nice blasting plant going in for the stun. No one there to follow her up, though. And Demacia needs to fall back and regroup, because if they go chasing, they're going to get spread out and make it easy for Ionia to start picking them off. So, man, yeah, nice flash. Lee Sin not going to go after that Vayne, though. Demacia needs to regroup and engage while they know Karma's isolated from her team. Ionia's backing up, trying to regroup, realizing they don't want to cut out 4v5. Jarvan in trouble. Oh, he puts the flag and Dragon in the wrong spot. Not going to get away from this. Jarvan is down. Jack split pushing bomb lane. Ionia's going to be able to get a lot of towers off of this. Vayne trying to stop the Superman from just taking the Nexus towers. Jhin stopping Demacia from recalling, but nice use of the blasting plant. They should all get out alive. Oh, Poppy might actually. Oh, yeah. Nice with the ult. Leona ulting, going to take out the Karma, but Karma's not your main threat. Oh, Poppy! Wow. Oh,
it's going to be the kill from double kill on Jhin. Jax is still split pushing bottom.
Yeah.
He's going to get that inhib. Doesn't matter what Vayne does, he's going to get that inhib. He uses the stun, but Ruska flashes. Vayne is much faster, but it's not worth it for Vayne, so she's going to back off after ulting.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for her. Demacia, yeah, nothing working. They really, really gotta just invest in a ton of vision. They need more and hope they can get picks. But as long as Ionia just keeps up their stuff, there's not much Demacia will be able to get.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the gold lead is now 13k.
13.5.
And rising.
Yeah. 8 towers to none. Demacia's not gotten a single tower this game. No objectives.
Oh, they're going to get the kill on Kennen. Oh, Jhin walked into it! They will get the kill on Jhin.
Nice
That's
catch.
exactly the kind of thing that they needed to close the gap. Somewhat.
Yeah. Okay, they have the 3v5. They should go for Dragon. Baron's too risky. Ionia is very scary, and Baron has enough damage and debuffs effect where it'd be a bad idea. But the Dragon would be a great move, but they have the Supermans pushing in on mid and bot, and they cannot do anything if those things are pinning them there just so they don't have to worry about the Supermans ending the game. They go for the Baron. They realize, oh yeah, Demacia's trying to desperately save their base, and they're going for the Baron. Jarvan they're trying to put Vision down, but that control works so they can't. They get the ults from the Lux, but yeah, the Smite. Smite's just, one of the best things there are to possibly, kill objectives. Jax causing a lot of damage with that stun. They burnt a lot of time trying to kill the Jax mages who wasn't taking any damage. I'm saying Ionia.
That would be a good time for
go for their backlines, taking out the Lux. Lux gone. There's nothing Demacia can do. This is looking like the game-ending fight. If Demacia could get out of this without the game ending, it would be a very impressive. Jhin ulting.
He's blind. Oh, he's going to get 2 shots. Rex Trev is dead. And this is the end. Oh, wait, no. No, Ruska's not done yet. He's going to Targon. He will survive it. He survived the fountain dive. And that is game 2. Ionia.
Ionia tying the series up for the day. 1-1. Oh, nicely done.
Great job, Ionia. Great job.
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, big reversal. Complete opposite of what you've seen. Demacia gained the early lead and rolling with it. Nope. Ionia gained the early lead and rolls with it. Demacia had the right idea early on, trying to get some stuff to happen, but they kind of messed up on the execution. And Ionia never lost their lead. Yeah, so a lot of really great stuff from Ionia. bot lane, they managed to hold out that bot lane very well. Like, people are always talking about how Demasia's bot lane is just unbeatable, with, Leona able to just stomp on what Ionia wants to do in the bot lane. But
They actually managed to get all the great shields, all the right bindings, and Jin was just on point with that W and ultimate.
Yeah, really good use of that force shot as well. A lot of times, Rio and Vayne be looking to engage a fight, and just make sure you have that force shot ready to burst a lot of damage onto the Vayne. So yeah, a lot of good stuff in that bot lane. And then let's see, the Kennen had, he wasn't as big come late game, but like there was a lot of early game and mid game fights where his ult was huge, and just helped Ionia get a lot of kills. So helping them get that early lead.
I honestly can't say that there's a single person on Ionia who did a bad job. The only thing I could possibly criticize is like at the end of that last fight, or rather the middle of it, I think Lee Sin should have tried ulting Poppy into the team when there was like this line of 3 people. That would have been a great ultimate.
That's a
even if you wanna, even if you technically wanna ult the Vayne, ulting the tank is good too because of the bonus HP scaling. But even that's extremely nitpicky.
Yeah,
they just did amazing.
Yeah,
Ionia just did amazing that game.
Yeah. So good stuff from Demacia. Well, Vayne did a good job trying to stay relevant despite getting shut down in the early game. She was able to put out a good amount of DPS throughout the game. Wasn't able to carry, but she was present. She wasn't like a non-factor. Lux did good, but she wasn't able to turn it into much. She got some good early advantage. She got fed, but she wasn't able to turn it into much of anything. So she did a good job. Just when the whole team fell behind, she wasn't able to just go try to carry the team on her back. It's very hard to do. So it's expected for her not to be able to do that. But that's why she wasn't able to. It's just very hard to solo carry if you're the only one fed. Anything else to add?
Well, I was going to say, anyone else surprised that it took Ionia this long to run Jax?
I was saying that at the very beginning of the game when they picked Jax. I was like, finally.
I mean, I think this is actually very possibly the first match this arc to have a Jax. Is that right?
Yes,
it's definitely the first featured match or tournament match,
Yeah, and I kind of want to say maybe they should
start running him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when the Demacia has Vayne auto attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jax. Your auto attacks empower me.
Nice crossbow. Now I'm gonna hit you with a lamppost. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Or a trophy in some cases. I will beat you to death with my accomplishments.
Bit literal-minded there, Jax.
In this game, though, he wasn't a lamppost. He had a halberd, so...
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
He was using a real weapon this time.
Yeah.
This is what happens when Jax uses a real weapon, So yeah, really great stuff from Ionia. Nice job. I liked they had more of a front line. They had the Lee Sin and the Jax for some front line. Obviously, that helped. They had the nice Kennen to turn around Demacia engaging. So that was some good stuff that came out from Ionia. Positive changes for Demacia. What can they change? Well, I mean, I don't think that they're going to want to try the exact same thing because it didn't work out. Even though it's been working most of the arc, they gotta change some stuff up because otherwise Ionia will just keep doing this over and over and keep beating them. So I'm thinking, well, obviously I would always advocate for Demacia taking Galio, but outside of that, because I know it's not going to happen, it's just not going to happen. Outside of that,
Galio and Jarvan are the best of bros.
Oh yeah,
Ultimate bros.
Yeah,
ultimate bros.
I mean, I remember during Hextech, there was this one tournament where it's just you got to see so many Jarvan Galio ults combo together. That was so great. But let's focus on this.
I actually don't think I'll be able to cast next game.
Oh,
Oh, that is a shame.
Well, I'll be with you in spirit, of course.
Aw.
okay. Thank you. We'll need your.
But I
spirit.
gotta bail now.
All right. Well, thanks
All
for casting. Yeah, I
You're
enjoyed
welcome.
watching.
Anytime.
And so, speaking of the next match, I think that schedule is starting in about 4 minutes.
Yep.
So, all right, let's
get that going.
get that ready.
So yeah, we'll be right back, guys. Stick around.
And I'm gonna put on some victory music for Ionia. This is Ionia from Area of Defect.
Ionia. Get him, Relly.
They call me Relly, and I'm the blade transcender. I like a top lane smoothie, I'm the champion blender. Morello nerfs me for fun, still the #1 contender. It's been 20 minutes, you forget how to spell surrender. Unstoppable in lane, so much life still you ain't harming me. You'll never get more fun than me, got more rage than an armory. Gank me, focus me, CC me, noob, it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit, I'm like the motherfucking honey badger.
I'm the Wuju master and I jungle for shits and giggles, it's stuck in there. So I make sure that I grab a wiggles, boots let me move really fast. I get kills and I get rewards, take them back to the shop, get 4 pairs of double swords. Alpha strike a team fight, attack speed let me overrun. I'm the Highlander noob, don't you know there's only one? I'll back all your towers all day. Watch them get chunked, hope your team shows up to play. And watch them get dunked.
I really shouldn't tower dive, cause when I do I get a triple. Sonic wave to say hi, now I'm not the only one who's crippled. I'm a lyrical genius, my style is relentless. Hope you appreciate the irony of me beating you senseless. This really isn't fair, I should fight you with one hand. I got more blanks than your favorite crappy punk band. You'll need divine protection, better send up a prayer. Getting took 5v1 by the one and only true team player.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. 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 Be careful in the team select, or we'll pony up the one and only Ionia.
Get in the heart of the tempest. My aim is precise. Shuriken slice at marks, and when I land them thrice, the stun hits like a truck. You pay the ultimate price. My lightning strike, strange landing in the same place twice. Jolted the midwife who birthed me, electrocuted the doc. I'm like a walking Tesla coil. I bring the on shock. My saws will slice you in half. Don't need a magical box. And when I start with the maelstrom, your whole team stops.
The eye of Twilight sees all, can't hide from the omniscient, dash you straight through the wall. I'm wall hacks proficient, turn a gank into a 3v1. That should be sufficient in this mathematical team fight. I'm the victory coefficient, unkillable like Harry Potter. Show it newbies to their grave, safer than Jack Bauer's daughter. Jesus, excuse me, shed saves. When my team rolls the dice, I show up and make a Yahtzee. Speed of light ain't that fast, shit ain't never caught me.
Rally dashing through your team, I'll take a mouthful, they can fight back. Magize is looking so tasty, I'm thinking that I might stack. Too real to be nerfed, so they hit Gunblade instead. Newsflash, I don't need that shit, I'll beat you down with a loaf of bread. Thought you had me in the team fight, ha, I hit the W key. Sitting in the twilight, ha, go on and try to CC. Cause your team can't focus, nothing that they can't see. I'll drop them harder and faster than the rulebook at the WCG. Go ninja, go ninja, go. 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 Be careful in the team select, or we'll pony up the one and only Ionia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed your flight to Ionia this afternoon. If you are sitting with your seat backs in their full upright position and your tray tables locked in front of you, then we have done our job. We hope that you'll continue choosing AOD for all your musical transportation needs in the future. This was Area Defect featuring Vizix and Aurora Coriolis on Ionia.
All right, Mike. We about ready for the next one?
It's looking that we are. Yeah. Let me double check the teams are ready though. Oh, I cannot type. There we go. For some reason, like no matter how many times I wrote it, I kept thinking ready had like a 7 in the middle. Okay, so Demacia needs a little bit of time.
All right. Well, so it's tied up 1-1.
Yeah,
Should be pretty exciting.
Very exciting. Very, very exciting. This game does decide the final round of the tournament. So with Ionia, last game looked very good. I don't think they're going to want to change anything around. Normally I would say change something just so Demacia can't prepare as easily. They give him a little bit of a curveball between games, but I think that works so well that they don't want to change anything at all. Demacia, they're going to need to do something. Like I think they're going to definitely want to shut down top lane, so they're going to probably see a change up in either their top lane or the jungler. Most likely top lane though.
Yeah, like I said, I'm very much expecting to see Jax again for Ionia.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Top lane options for Demacia. Poppy didn't seem to work out for them, so maybe they could grab. Does Garen do well against Jax? I don't know.
I'm not the right person to ask, but
Yeah.
maybe.
I've not seen that matchup enough times, but I would imagine like I don't think Jax can block Garen's E, so I would imagine maybe Garen would be a possibility.
All right, I'm gonna restart the stream and we'll get into match 3 in just a moment.
All right.
And what the heck, I'll put it up on Twitter as well.
Nice. Got all your Twitter followers in here.
There we go. Put
All right.
the banner up there, and just a moment.
Okay.
Post it.